Welcome to Kurt's Home Living. I'm going to make a simple appetizer for the big game. And these are the ingredients that I'll be using in this menu. Unfortunately, I forgot to turn the sound on. But welcome back. As I said, I'm going to be preparing an appetizer for the big game. I'm going to be using some leftover ahi tuna and mussels with some small shell pasta. I'm going to use this French baguette to make some crostini. I have some relish, some celery, red onion, some mayo, and I have 2 eggs in the pot already boiling. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, as I stated, I have some water boiling with 2 eggs in it. I'm going to go ahead and throw in this pasta, get that going. I'm going to throw a little bit of olive oil in here, a little bit of salt. I'm going to go ahead and cut up our ahi tuna. I'm going to rinse off a little bit of this excess sauce or juice that was on it previously. Cut it nice and thin. Look at the color on that. That's the way you want it if you're making a cold salad out of leftover ahi tuna. You don't want it overcooked or you don't want it undercooked. I'm going to cut it in about the same size pieces that you would get in a can of tuna. Now I'm going to simply take the shells off the mussels. I'm going to go ahead and heat up my oven on 375 for the crostini. Now I'm going to give these mussels a quick rinse to rinse all the excess juice off. I don't want my tuna to be watery. As I was saying before, I didn't even have the microphone on. I'm making tuna salad made with my leftover ahi tuna, some mussels. I have 2 eggs boiling in the pot over here with some small shell pasta. I've already taken the mussels out, gave them a rinse, and I've already cut the tuna. And I'll just cut these mussels up. I have a red onion that I'm going to be using. That's about all I'll be needing. Now we're going to prepare our crostini out of this French baguette. Just an appetizer that I'm making for the Super Bowl. Switch to a bread knife. Cut these rather thin. Be good enough. We're going to lightly butter these. Let's get a spray on our roll rack. Let's go ahead and get this macaroni off of here. After around 5 minutes boiling, I turned the water off and left the pasta sit in the water for a couple extra minutes. They're small, so they don't take that long. Rinse it with cold water. See, I found my garlic powder. Little salad supreme, just to give it some color, a little flavor. Parsley. I'm going to pop them in the oven. Go ahead and peel our eggs, cut our eggs. Going with our relish.
Pastas rinsed thoroughly. You have to drain these through because they got the little pockets in them. These are the small shells. Small shells work out better in a tuna salad than macaroni to me. Macaroni, you have to wait for the flavors to get inside the noodle. These are already open, so it's not that hard for it to get flavor. Okay, we're gonna throw a little bit of Lori seasoned salt in here. Just a little. Regular sea salt. Black pepper. A little bit of olive oil. A little bit of apple cider vinegar. We want to mix this thoroughly. You can always taste it, see where you're at before you put the mayo in. I'm gonna go with a tad of this Sour Supreme. Salt level was good. Sweetness is good. Some people like to use Miracle Whip. I don't use Miracle Whip at all. But if I were to use Miracle Whip, this would be one thing that I would put it in because of the sweetness. But there's a secret, you can always add a little sugar to your mayo to make it taste just like Miracle Whip. I learned that from my cousin. But she's always been like the best cook in the family. She told me she worked at a restaurant before and people would ask for Miracle Whip. When they didn't have it, she would put sugar in there and they never knew the difference. Good, right where it's at. I'm gonna dust a little paprika on there. Have a couple jalapenos. Sit on the top. Those who want a little heat with their tuna. I'm gonna get me a dish for my crostini. It's ready to come out. There you have it. Quick macaroni and tuna salad made with fresh tuna steak, a little bit of mussels, small shells, and some crostini made out of French baguette. Thank you. Enjoy. Here we go, a nice little appetizer for the Super Bowl. Tuna salad, fresh ahi tuna steak, leftover, and some crostini made out of French baguette. Let's get a little sample. Delicious.
Thanks for watching Kurt's Home Living. Ahi Tuna Salad with crostini.